Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Video Game Easter Eggs, the series where we take a look at some of the latest and not so latest Easter eggs in video games, with the only rule being they cannot have featured on my channel before. In today's episode, we have another encounter with Michael Myers, and this time he's brought a friend. We discover that even the undead can find love in Zombie Army 4 Dead War, and we find a genie in a lamp in World of Tanks Blitz. As always, if you think you know of an Easter egg that I'm yet to cover, then the best place to let me know is in the comments section or on my social media accounts, the links to which are in the description. Oh, and if you are enjoying this series, then a like is hugely appreciated. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So first up, let's check in on our old friend Rico Rodriguez. Just Cause 4 has featured in multiple episodes of this series already, and whether it's a man dancing in a morph suit or an unexploded nuclear bomb, it's always finding new ways to surprise. One of the best Easter eggs in Just Cause 4 is the cow gun. Now of course we covered that a long time ago, but for those not in the know, shooting people with the gun causes them to become cows, and hitting the alternate fire button will turn Rico himself into a cow. Something that I've never covered though is what happens if you shoot a cow with the cow gun. Let's check, shall we? So the cows are transformed into General Ravello, the main bad guy from Just Cause 3. I don't know about you, but seeing Ravello crawling around on all fours is really unsettling. Up next is another game that has featured a lot in this series. Modern Warfare has provided some quality Easter eggs since its release in October of last year, though the Easter egg we're sharing today is a little more subtle than some of the other finds we've made so far. One of Kruger's unlockable executions is this. So this elaborate method of introducing your enemy to the Grim Reaper is a reference to this awesome scene from John Wick 3. So up next is a game that I've never played until a subscriber mentioned they'd found a couple of cool Easter eggs in it. World of Tanks Blitz is a free-to-play MMO action shooter that was released for Android and iOS in 2014 before making its way to PC. And considering the game is nearly 6 years old, I'm honestly surprised I hadn't heard of these Easter eggs before. First up, on the Oasis Palms map, if you shoot a certain vase, this will happen. So that mysterious blue figure is the genie from Aladdin. Well, the far superior Robin Williams version anyway. Now, what would an episode of this series be without a Back to the Future reference? And surprisingly, it's not a DeLorean. On the Port Bay map, you can spot this. So this flyer is the same flyer seen in the very first Back to the Future movie. The flyer was actually integral to the movie's plot, giving Doc the knowledge that he could power the DeLorean with lightning instead of plutonium. The final Easter egg from World of Tanks Blitz comes from the Hellas map. The Hellas map was actually added to the game this month, and with it a very familiar face. So this ball with a face drawn on it is Wilson from the Tom Hanks film Castaway. Wilson has featured in video games before of course, popping up in Dying Light and Goat Simulator to name just a couple. As I said, I'm pretty new to World of Tanks, so if you know of any Easter eggs that I've missed here, then please let me know. So this next game may be considered cheating as it's actually a fan-made game, but the Easter egg is so cool I had to share it. The appropriately named Halloween sees you attempting to outrun Michael Myers in a hospital. It's actually free to play, so I'll leave a download link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. It's not the best game you'll ever play, and some of the voice acting is ripped straight out of The Office.
Oh God! Please no!
But it does demonstrate what a Halloween-based game could look like. It's also very short and can be completed in around 15 minutes or so. And once you get to the end screen, you can either restart the game or wait 5 seconds for the true ending. Waiting 5 seconds will put you in the shoes of Michael himself, where we can find an old friend. So I'm sure you guys already know who this is, but if you don't, it's Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th series. Sticking with the creepy theme now, this time in Bigfoot. Bigfoot tasks you with tracking down the mythical creature using a combination of traps, bait, and good old fashioned exploring. In the game, you're equipped with a tablet, so before messing around with the aforementioned trips and bait, why not try searching for Bigfoot on the internet? Oh, and be warned, very small jump scare incoming. So this next game is one that I've never featured in any capacity on this channel before. Steep is Ubisoft's attempt at bringing snowboarding games back, and you know what? It's actually not bad. In fact, it's pretty good. Travelling down a mountain at breakneck speed feels awesome, and the game looks amazing when doing so. You may think that Steep is all snowy mountains and deadly drops, but you'd be wrong. At the Cursed Mountain, you can find this. So these are the rabbits from the Raving Rabbids series, another game published by Ubisoft. It's not uncommon to see Ubisoft reference other games in their portfolio, and the same goes for this next reference too. When making a jump from a certain height, you may sometimes hear this. So the eagle screech is the sound that you hear when making a leap of faith in the Assassin's Creed series. This is all I've found in Steep so far, but I'm sure there's more to find, so if you know of any Easter eggs I've missed, then please let me know. Up next is another game that we've featured in this series before. Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighbourville has already given us Easter eggs ranging from a giant garlic to a red balloon in the sewers referencing Pennywise the Clown. Well, this next Easter egg decides to take Plants vs Zombies back to its roots. Pun intended. At the town centre, near the plant spawn, you can find this. So this setup is a reference to the Plants vs Zombies series' humble beginnings as a tower defense game from all the way back in 2009. So to wrap things up, let's take a look at a couple of Easter eggs we missed in Zombie Army 4. The first of which is this. So this romantic scene proves that love is blind as two zombies appear to be on a date. I'm sure there is a till death do us part joke here somewhere. The final Easter egg contains a ton of references. On many different levels you can find a typewriter. If you interact with the typewriter, it will begin to type various references to films and TV. Here are some of my favourites.
I see dead people.
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Come join the clownettes. You'll float down here. We'll float down here. Yes, we do.
So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, then a like is hugely appreciated, and if you are a fan of the series, I will leave a link in the description so you can catch up on any episodes that you may have missed. If you're also a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.